YouTube, how are we doing? It is a little bit of a different video here. Past few days past few weeks I guess, I've been doing RuneScape gaming videos, which has been, dude, what is wrong with my chair, bro? But it has been a little bit of different videos from what I used to post in the past, and I'm actually kind of playing a little bit, just doing some AFK stuff while I'm doing some other things, for those of you who care. But that's not why I wanted to make this video. Basically, I wanted to talk about my computer. And I don't think I ever actually made the video of me building my custom built PC back in, I honestly always forget if it's 2015 or 16, but obviously 6 or 7 years ago. As the market for PC parts has finally started to drop, with COVID, the prices went crazy, and then all the production stopped, and it was just a madhouse to get any sort of parts for retail, or for actual retail. I mean, you were getting it for retail, but it wasn't actually legit retail. I think that's called like average cost of pursuit. I don't know, I'm not in business. There is a word for that. And so whenever it was time for me to finally upgrade my PC after a few years of, you know, having it built and just putting a lot of stuff on it, and as new parts came out and these parts slowed down, I was in a bit of a pickle, right? So beforehand, I had a 1070, I don't know what my motherboard was. I was just trying to think of all the parts that I had before I started upgrading, but I'll just put the specs on the screen because I know I have it in a video somewhere. And so those are the parts that I had. And if you want to be a YouTuber or you want to do any type of more high intensity gaming, you should know that after a while, that's not going to cut it. Most YouTubers now have top of the line stuff, they have dual PC setups, and they still run into quality and just performance issues. So I was really down in the dumps, I'm not gonna lie to you. Part of the reason why I struggled so much keeping up a consistent schedule when it comes to making YouTube videos is because my computer was just so slow. I would try to do things on a daily basis, but it would just take me so much longer to do than it normally would because of how slow my computer was. But essentially it was a nightmare. And I say all of that because it is extremely crucial to upgrade your PC, and if you're not going to upgrade it and do it yourself or find someone to do it, which you should because it's way cheaper, and in my opinion it's just better to have that knowledge of doing it, even though I really don't know nothing compared to some people. But you really need to stay on top of things like that because it can really hurt your performance, not only if you're gaming, but if you're doing other things on your computer that require your CPU to be kind of stretched out, or if you need storage. If you don't know how to properly store things, it can just ruin your main drive, that happened to me. Whenever I first started making YouTube videos, I would take all the clips, put it on my original hard drive, not my SSD, had a terabyte hard drive, and I just dump all my clips onto there. I'd leave all my clips on there until my thing got full. I had my video games, I had everything. I literally just had one drive for everything. Nobody told me otherwise, and I didn't pursue to try to figure out how this could be an issue. I was just like, yo, we're making videos, and that was my phone. Anyways, fast forward a few years, I started getting some views on YouTube and whatnot, and I was obviously really enjoying it. But I started running into more things I had to take care of. So I had that hard drive for a total of six and a half years, I'd say. The same hard drive. I never got it replaced. I tried to get on the SSD grind because I started thinking about wanting to switch my Windows onto an SSD drive and then keep all my games on my hard drive. That's what I originally wanted to do. I got an SSD that was 128 gigs, which you can't even fit some games on that. Like, I think Warzone's like 90 gigs or something just alone, not with anything else added. And I was like, dude, I gotta do something, right? And I was just thinking in the concept of my videos because that's what my main priority was. And so I bought this 4 terabyte passport drive, which honestly, I probably need to back up because I've had this for a few years and I don't really want it to go corrupt, and it would be really bad if it did because this is like where I have a lot of my main stuff on. And speaking of which, why is it that you press one button on your computer and you can take drives out? Like, what do you, like, how does that make a difference other than just pulling things out? I mean, I'm sure it makes some difference, but it's like, it's just crazy to me that all you have to do is press one button and it saves your drive from getting corrupt. But Anyways, trying to stay on track here a little bit, but yeah, so I got that, and it did the trick for a little bit. I was able to move a lot of my stuff that I didn't need on my hard drive there, but it didn't change the fact that my computer was incredibly slow. Even games like Warzone, I was barely getting 60 frames. If I wanted to record, oh my gosh, dude, like, it was almost like my computer was gonna blow up every time I tried to stream or every time I tried to record. And Warzone in general uses the hell out of your CPU, no matter what it is that you use. I got a new CPU hoping that this would fix the issue. It's an i9. I can put the specs on the screen. Like I said, I'm really bad with computer parts. I thought it would make a difference, and I was wrong. I mean, yeah, I got a little bit better frames, like maybe like 5 or 10, but it was not good. And so then another year went by, COVID happened, and I didn't know what to do. I tried to buy a terabyte SSD because I was like, all right, if I at least have one, then I can do it. And I tried to switch my Windows onto there by copying my drives. It didn't work. And then I tried something else. It didn't work. I didn't know what to do. But it wasn't until a few weeks ago that my amazing brother, he offered to help me, and we were finally able to, well, I say we, but he was finally able to get my Windows over to my SSD, but he wasn't able to save anything. See, for some reason, my SSD like wasn't formatted correctly, so we had to reformat it. And then even then, it wasn't getting recognized in my BIOS settings. A nightmare of trying to figure out how to do it. I don't know what he ended up actually doing, but he was able to do it, and I couldn't be happier. So boom, he got my Windows on here, and I had to start from scratch because it just makes things easier. And so I re-downloaded some of the things I need, and let me tell you, when you go from using a hard drive after 7 years to a clean slate SSD, I mean, the difference is insane. It used to take me 20 minutes to turn my computer on, log in, just to get to the login screen. It would take a few minutes. Log in, and then whenever I'd finally log in, it would take an additional 5 to 10 minutes before everything loaded onto my computer. I would log into my computer, but before I was able to open anything, it doesn't matter what it is, I had to wait until, you know, my hard drive was able to load everything up because it was just so slow. Now, I turn my computer off and I turn it back on, and I am mind blown of the difference. I mean, it takes less than a minute, I think. And I know that this isn't rocket science, and this is something that's been known for years. All of my friends' computers, I mean, they can restart their computers within a minute. And I never, I could not believe that, because anytime I'd want to do anything on my computer and I'd turn it off, I'd have to plan it. So I would have to, if I woke up in the mornings and I was doing something on my computer, I would instantly turn on my computer. I'd go brush my teeth. I would take a shower if I need to, wash my face, get changed or whatever. And then even at that point, I would still have to come sit at my desk and wait. It was a nightmare. Whenever this happened, I could not believe it. And I had a 1070 also for my graphics card for ever since I had my computer. And then I finally upgraded to a 3060. One of my buddies actually gave me an incredible deal on it. I wanted to either get a 3060, 3070, 3080. I don't know. I wanted to get something that was at least in that realm of things, but the deal that he gave me on this 3060 was something I just couldn't pass up. Basically, my frames in Warzone went from 60 to now I get 150, 160. I mean, I even get upwards up to 200, just depending on where you're looking at. But the moral of all of this, and now I'm sitting here playing RuneScape as my main game right now, which is, you can play that on your phone, which is funny. But now I can edit and I can stream if I want to do that. And it's so instant. And it is the most satisfying thing ever, man. And I don't know how I did it before. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get anything done. With all that being said, it wouldn't be such a big issue if I wasn't trying to make content and be a video editor, because I'm trying to kind of do that as my main source of income. That's besides the point. I don't want to really dive into that unless y'all want me to make a video about that or something. If you have been waiting to upgrade your computer, just do it. I mean, it's not that expensive in the grand scheme of things for the return that you can get on it. If you have an old crappy hard drive, you can get an SSD for $100. It will change your life. It literally physically changed my mood when it came to associating doing things on my computer, because now I don't mind it because it's so instant. I can do it and I don't have the burden of having to wait and worry if my computer's gonna crash or, you know, worry if it's gonna be laggy or glitchy. It's one of a kind. I realized I didn't even show my computer this whole video, so if you made it this far, oh my gosh, my thing just fell down. But if you made it this far, here's my video. I actually got new LEDs for my computer too as well, because my old LEDs, like, I guess burned out, but, you know, had to do it just to do it. Just kind of cool though. And then there's the 3060 in there. Kind of hard to see with the reflection, but yeah. So what's next? Probably nothing for at least the next year or so, unless I just make a bunch of money and can afford to upgrade. But I really would like to get a new case, but all the cool cases get sold out immediately. And personally, it's not the biggest deal to me. I mean, I think my computer still looks amazing with this old case. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I wanted to make a quick video, but I've been recording for 17 minutes. So I'm gonna try to cut this down the best I can while still including some good information and whatnot. If you guys enjoy more real life videos too, let me know. But I've been having a blast making these RuneScape videos. It's kind of always been like a dream of mine to be good at this game and to make content for it. So my next video coming out is kind of funny. I tried to do something a little bit different, and I thought it was gonna be super lame, but like, oh my gosh, it's a rabbit hole. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And as always, it's been a Roy and Spencer. See you later, YouTube.